What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 3J Gaming. Today we are talking about things we don't normally talk about, which are leaks. E3 is right around the corner, and Walmart Canada has supposedly unleashed a massive E3 leak with a ton of games. I hope some of them are coming out, some I don't really know if it's real or not, and we're going to be talking about a few of them today. Do I think they're going to show up at E3? Do I think they're even real games? We'll get into it. So first off, this leak from Walmart Canada basically is a image of black cases with the names of the games on them. Some are very weird. Some you kind of already expected. So a game like Forza Horizon 4, we kind of expected this year, which was leaked. So that's not really much of a stretch. I absolutely think Forza Horizon 4 is going to be at the Microsoft showcase, and that'll definitely be a game that releases as it normally does sometime around September of this year. Getting into almost specific developers, Ubisoft kind of had a big presence in this league. They show Tom Clancy's The Division 2, which we know is an actual game. Ubisoft has announced it. We do not know the release date or anything like that, but we do know that that is a real game. So that's not really a leak. That was more of just them putting it up for pre-order, I'm going to assume. They do, however, have Splinter Cell on here. So Splinter Cell has been rumored for a long time for 2018. I personally think where there's smoke, there's fire. If I was a betting man, I would definitely say Splinter Cell would be coming out sometime this year, maybe early next year. But there's been a lot of people, leaking Splinter Cell 2018. So I'm not going to be surprised at all if we see it at the Ubisoft showcase at E3. I'm actually expecting it. It's just the time frame of when it actually comes out. That to me is where things might be a little tricky. There are two more games from Ubisoft that are on the leak list. One is Beyond Good and Evil 2. That is not a leaked game. That was announced last year at E3. Looks really cool. Hopefully we'll see more of it. And the last game is Assassin's Creed. Now the rumors on Assassin's Creed is that you're going to be going back to Roman-controlled Greece. Big rumor was that starting with Assassin's Creed Origins, there was going to be a trilogy made from Egypt to Greece to Rome. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Assassin's Creed at E3. However, Ubisoft has been doing a pretty good job with being more patient with their games, and especially with Assassin's Creed. They let Origins skip a year as opposed to putting it out right after Syndicate because it needed more time. And Origins was a phenomenal game. I'm not really sure if that's going to be at E3 this year. I'd love to see it because ancient Rome-controlled Greece would be a really cool setting, and I would like to see it. But I don't know with maybe their new business model of maybe waiting every 2 years for an Assassin's Creed game, if that's a game we're actually going to see. So that one, I would say, maybe temper your expectations a little bit. Rage 2 is one that was leaked as well. Now this one, I'm a little torn on because I wasn't a huge fan of the first Rage. I thought that it had some really good ideas and some really poor execution. However, Bethesda does a really good job of learning from their mistakes when they make them. I really hold Bethesda in a high regard when it comes to development. So seeing Rage 2 as a leaked game, I really want to see what Bethesda is going to do, with a sequel to that. My only question on this game is Bethesda's kind of been playing around with this leak a little bit since it came out, a couple of days ago, where they're teasing us gamers a little bit with, is it real? Is it not real? So this is one I'm not 100% sure if it's real or not. I really want to lean on the side of yes, it is real because they are definitely playing around with it, and it's a game I can definitely see them wanting to do a sequel for. But again, they have acknowledged the leak and they've been toying with, the gamers, so who really knows? I'm going to say yes, it's probably real, but we will find out at Bethesda's conference at E3. Just Cause 4, another game. That one I'm not really too sure on. And to be quite honest, I wasn't a big fan of Just Cause 3 or 2 or 1. So if it's real, okay. If it's not, okay. It's not really my cup of tea. Some people are probably gonna, love it. Big open world. I'm a huge open world game fan. Just not Just Cause. So I could care less either way if it's there. However, Just Cause 3 did release in a good time frame for the game to sell. So I'm going to assume with it still being a pretty well-selling franchise that Just Cause 4 is probably real. They have the Final Fantasy VII remake on here as well. Now, obviously, that's not a leak. We know that the game's coming out, but I think that you're probably not going to see it this year. I'm not sure when this game's coming out, but Square Enix has a massive slate of games that are going to be coming out here. They have Shadow of the Tomb Raider coming out this year. They have Kingdom Hearts 3 that they still need to talk more about, and that's coming out this year. We know there's an Avengers game coming down the pipeline from Square Enix, which I'm really excited to hear more of. Hopefully, we'll see some of that at E3. So I really do hope that we see an update on Final Fantasy VII Remake at E3, and it's extremely possible because Square Enix doesn't have a press conference that they're doing to show their games off. They do have a pre-recorded video that they're supposed to be showing a lot of stuff off in, so maybe we'll get some more clarification there. Do I think it's real? That I think is, the game is obviously real, but are they going to show it off? I'm going to say 50-50 on that one. The biggest game that was leaked, in my opinion, from Walmart Canada would be Borderlands 3. We know Borderlands 3 is a real game. Randy Pitchford, who is the head of Gearbox Studios, who makes Borderlands, has all but confirmed that the game is real. It is in development. So we do know that it is in development. Are we going to see it this year? That's the big question. That, I'm going to say again, 50-50. That's a really big title. And unless they have one of the largest studios working on this game, you're going to be a long ways off, I think, from Borderlands 3. I think at the very, very earliest, you're probably talking late 2019. And that's at the extreme earliest. So, in theory, they've shown off games at E3 that are 3 and 4 years away from it even coming out. So, it's definitely a big possibility given the time frame. So, do I think it's going to be at E3? Again, 50-50. I do think a lot of these games that are going to be shown off are probably going to be shown off during the Microsoft press conference. I think the Square stuff might be more during Sony's, but I do think that a lot of these titles, maybe the stuff from Ubisoft, Rage, as well as Borderlands 3, are going to possibly be shown off at the Microsoft press conference. They happen to have a massive press conference this year being held at the Microsoft Theater. First time they've held their E3 press conference at the Microsoft Theater, which is a massive venue to do it at. They could have a ton of games that they're going to be announcing, whether they're first party or third party. So I think a lot of these games are going to be shown during that press conference. And also another reason for that is because Sony has a huge slate of first party titles that they're going to have to get through at this E3 as well. So guys, that's the leak that just came out a couple days ago from Walmart Canada. I think some of the games were givens. They're not really leaks because we know they exist. So hopefully we'll get clarification to this leak and a bunch of other games, and we will be covering everything E3 right here on 3J Gaming. Really hope you guys liked the video. Please give us that thumbs up. If you guys are not a subscriber, please hit that sub button. We really appreciate the support we've gotten so far, guys. It's really propelled us to keep doing more and more videos. Myself and Jay have been very busy lately, so the videos haven't been coming out quite as often, but we are going to be getting on it a lot sooner for you guys. And stay tuned right here on 3J Gaming for all games coming out this year, next year, and beyond. And as always, this is for you, bro.